poppin', big sippers? It's your girl, the Brittany G.
And Notorious too. And you're tuning to another episode of
AunTEA Talk.
So before we get into our sip tea, I just would like to say that this episode is sponsored by Schaffer Luxury Wines, and we have the pleasure of having the owner, Meisha, here with us. So say hey to the big sippers, Meisha.
Hey, big
Tell them
sippers.
who you are
What's
and
going
where they
on?
can find you.
Yes. Hey, everybody. My name is Meisha the Mogul. I'm the CEO of Schaffer Luxury Wines. You can follow us on Instagram at Schaffer_luxury sips, or you can visit the website, SchafferLuxuryWines.com.
All right, so now we're going to go ahead and get into our sip tea. And as you already know, who we have it here by?
Me.
Schaffer Luxury Wine. So what are we drinking?
So that is actually my top seller. That is a peach moscato.
Okay.
All right.
And they're both peach moscato.
What the other ones? Oh yeah,
No,
both.
both
Yeah,
are
yeah,
peach
peach
Moscato.
moscatos. Yep.
All
Okay.
right, come on.
Oh, cheers! Oh, cause I have some peach.
Yes, we toast on here.
Oh,
That is super smooth.
That is very smooth.
That is super smooth, and I love the taste of the peach.
Yes.
It tastes like if I went to a harvest, I just bit into a peach.
I was just
It's
gonna
like,
say, usually you don't taste the actual flavor most of the time, but you can actually taste, especially like at the end when it just
yeah, I like that.
When
yes.
it settles.
Uh-huh.
So, all of my wines are actually handcrafted and made by me. They're 13% with no additives or preservatives. And when I made my, well, I won't get too far, but when I started making my wines, this is actually how I like drinking my wines. This is the perfect, like, this would be like my perfect wine.
Yes.
This right here, nothing that's too sweet, nothing that's too dry. You can taste the alcohol a little bit, but it ain't really kicking you. You're like, oh, I can
Yeah, I
sip
can
it.
deal with this.
Yeah.
Yes. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
This
I
is
like
the
that.
peach moscato.
Yes, that is
Yeah, and
actually
it's-
my top seller.
And it's 13%.
Mm-hmm.
13%.
Because that was going to be my next question. Because I'm not a wine drinker. Like, I drink wines, but I'm not just, like, Brittany is the one, like, to go to the store. She's kind of got me into doing it now.
Yeah.
But I'm the person that looks at the percentage. Like, if I can't get
Lit.
lit off this, then
I don't need to
want
buy it.
Yes.
No, I get it. That was one of the things. So when I first started getting into wines, that was what I would do. I would look at the percentage and I would look at the bottle. If the bottle's cute, you got it. You got
Yes.
it.
Marketing.
One time I got this bottle. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. It was
Yes.
blue. It was like cute. I popped that thing. I was like, what is this? It was disgusting. I said no. And I think I paid like $50-something for that bottle, and it was not good. And I poured that one down the drain. And I don't pour wine down the drain. I will drink it, okay?
Yes,
But
I
that
really
was-
like this.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
really good. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and get into
Our tea games. No, not our tea games. We're going to get into our
tea
tea shop. See, look, we getting the wine at 13%. Okay, so for other minority business owners, we have a tea shop for you all to join where we offer sponsorship, promotional, and brand ambassadorship opportunities. So if you're interested in reaching a new audience, furthering your brand, hit us up at AunTEATalkPodcast@gmail.com. And we also take monetary donations. So yes, make sure y'all, I ain't gonna say what I want to say. But yeah, make sure y'all vote with us now. I was going to say, what baby?
I knew you was about to say. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into what we're grateful for, but let's go ahead and just say this. It is National Women's Month. So that's why we representing the women today with our apparel.
Yes, it was all intentional.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we just got a girl boss.
The
you
girl
know?
boss.
I love it.
And we
Happy
manifesting
Women's
shit around here. So, hey.
All right, so you want to go ahead and start what you're grateful for?
I am grateful that my job fired me.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
Because I feel like if my job didn't fire me, I don't know if I would have actually taken the step to pursue my wine full time. I don't know if I actually would have quit when I gave myself the go to quit. I just don't know. So when they told me like, yeah, this is it, I was like, slick like, okay, what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah.
So then at the top of the year, I print out my vision board, I put my goals in, and I hit the ground running.
That's amazing.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Now, that is
That's a
blessing.
wonderful feeling, and I like to hear testimonies like that because I'm at this point, like, I have multiple business, but I'm trying to start, I'm starting this new one, and it's like, I'm just, this week has, really these past 2 months have really just been like a halt to everything. So just to hear, like, people's, progression and, just evolving into, like, their better self, even when their back is against the wall.
When your back is against the wall, you ain't got no choice but to come out fighting.
Yeah.
It's just how you gonna react to it. You gonna fold or you gonna stay 10 toes down.
Yeah.
So,
Staying persistent. It's called staying persistent.
Yes.
It's persistency.
Yeah, that part.
Okay.
Is persistency a word? I know consistency is.
Look, we
Persistent.
Yeah,
We
it
just
one of
made it
them.
up.
Yeah.
Y'all, and I was agreeing with it. I'm like, y'all,
You persistent, sis.
Yeah. Persistent. This is a word. Okay. But so I am grateful for early morning workouts. I started going to the gym. Actually, March 1st, I started going to the gym doing my early morning workouts, and it was something that I've always been like, I'm not getting up early in the morning to go work. I gotta work out and then go to work, but it really gives me that extra boost. And even when I'm at work, it's like I just need to go home and do whatever I want to do because I don't have to worry about going to the gym. So yes, I'm grateful for early morning workouts.
I'm glad that you're grateful for that. Because y'all, I've been trying to like, just do it. Like, you feel so much better then, especially if you had a long day at work. I don't be thinking like, I don't want to go to the gym. It's like either I want some wine, I want to turn up, or I want to lay in the bed. I don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to be around other people. But if you already worked out,
got it out the way.
you already got it out the way.
Yeah.
I love working out early.
I'm actually gonna push myself.
The gyms don't be too packed.
Well, when I tell you
Shit.
at the gym that I've been going to, the LA Fitness I've been going to, it's more people there in the morning time than it is when I go after work.
Nah, well, I have Planet Fitness, and maybe it's the one I go to. I go to the one in Buckhead. Well, it's like Brookhaven. I go all the way to that one. And in the mornings, when I tell you all the machines be open, I'm like, oh, it's lit. I can have fun.
Yeah.
But in the evening times, oh, what? Can't even look at a machine.
Yeah.
It's too packed. So.
Okay, so I am grateful for company-funded vacations. And something that we discussed before was like, this year we want luxury. This year we want more experiences and things like that. And I've never had an opportunity to have a company-funded vacation. But it was just like, and it's so crazy, you gotta manifest that shit head on. I'm gonna give a backstory to why I'm grateful. Last week, one of my girls hit me up and was like, sis, what you doing May 3rd through, I ain't even gonna tell all her. Damn, I should never say the dates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewind it. We're gonna put that part. So one of my girls hit me up and was like, sis, what you doing on X, Y, and Z dates? I want you to come on my birthday trip. And I was like, I actually come back from another trip that same week. I won't be able to afford to go on 2 trips in the same week. And I put in parentheses, I said, yet. And I said, because I'm going to manifest that for my life.
Yeah,
and so,
I like that.
And so our conversation went on, like, I understand, but yes, manifest it. Like, it's going to happen for you, And that's how our conversation went. On yesterday, I got a text message. It was like, what you doing on X, Y, and Z date? You want to go on a free trip to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, free?
What?
Yeah.
Yes, I want to go.
That part.
Yes, I want to go because their company is, sponsoring them a trip out the country. And I'm like, of course.
Hell yeah.
And it's just so happened to be the same exact dates that the girl hit me up about last week. So I sent her the screenshot of my text message and I was like, look at God, I just manifested this last week. So I'm grateful for company funded trips. I've never had the experience to have that, and the route of my career that I'm going for now, I won't have that.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a perfect opportunity. Like, why not? I'm going.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yes, cheers.
Yes, cheers to that. Cheers to manifesting your dreams.
It's, so now, we're going to go ahead and get into our tea game.
Our tea games. And tonight we have this or that. So I'm going to kick it off with, since we are business women, Let me see where y'all head at.
Okay.
More time or more money?
More time.
More money.
I say more time. Why you say more time?
I say more time is because if I have more time, I have more time to learn. I have time for knowledge. I have time to meet different people. To just learning is the most thing because if I'm able, if I don't know how to say the words, articulate it properly, but if I have the proper knowledge, I have the time to develop the proper knowledge, the money gonna come with it. I already got the hustle, all that's gonna come with it. I feel like, shoot, I got the money for the business. I'm starting right now, but I don't feel like I have the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm asking for time right now.
Yeah. And you said money?
I said money because now I have the time, but I don't have the funds to start the other
So
ones.
yeah, we in different phases, so
yeah.
that's perfect.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So I have the time now, and of course I have the hustle, I have the job, I have everything. So
Yeah.
now it's just okay, making the funds, getting the funds up to do
Yeah.
more businesses. Because I mean, of course I have wine, but there's much more to
more,
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say time a lot because of what you said, but also with more time, I can make more money.
Definitely.
So like that's just the benefit of having more time. But yeah.
Okay.
All right,
I like
so
that
since
one.
we-
That was a
I
good
can't say
one.
now that I have more time, I have made more money with my time, with my availability.
Mm-hmm.
I can schedule a lot more.
Yeah.
Because even going back to when you were saying, if you weren't fired, you hadn't left that job, you probably wouldn't have pursued your wine like that. You didn't have the time to do that.
Yeah.
So a lot of time when people have a side hustle with their own business as their side hustle, they don't really pursue it like that because they don't have the time, and that their job is their security.
Yeah.
So you're gonna hold on to that security regardless of if how it's making you feel.
And what I was gonna say, like something that you said was the side hustle part, and I can't remember who I was talking to. And I remember
You told me.
I can't
You
remember who I
met
was
somebody
talking
at
to.
the works,
I
and
did.
she told you.
So basically, she was like, "You don't consider your side business or your side hustle because if you have that hustle mentality, that's what all it's gonna be. It's just gonna be that extra income. When you format it into a business, like this is my business. It's not my hustle. Like when you building a business, you creating a plan. Like it's a vision for this. So I was like, you got to be careful with how you work things too,
Definitely.
because again, it's the
Power
power of the tongue, which leads into manifestations or whatever. So yeah,
And your perception of it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like you said, if you see it as your hustle, you're going to treat it as
Treat
your
it as
hustle.
your hustle.
But if you see it
As
as your
my business,
business,
that's
you're
gonna
going to
be my
treat it as your
fault,
business.
I
We
like
in here
that.
preaching today.
Oh, yeah, this
We in here preaching today.
well, since we there,
is the one, yeah.
okay, this or that, to be intellectual or be a creative.
I'll say be creative.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I say be an intellectual.
And I say be creative. I say be creative because like I have a thing for creative expression. Like whenever I'm doing something that I'm able to, project my creativeness and all that. Like I feel so good, and the intellect can come behind it. But like if I don't have that creativity, then it's like where is my pick me up?
Yeah,
or
okay.
whatever.
I like
So,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you did.
Yeah. I see what she did with that one too.
Yeah. I think I chose creative because like I feel like if it's something that I'm passionate about, it's gonna make me more creative, make me think about it. Because I used to always say I'm not artistic or I'm not creative, but look, I done created a whole wine business. So now it's like, okay, so now that I have the creativity, I have been creative. Now I can build the intellect on it. Now I'm supposed to become a sommelier. So now I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? But I had to start like just some people who like to just draw intentionally. They just like to draw, but they don't know they don't know what is this? This is abstract. Is it portrait? They don't know the words of what it is, but they just naturally good at it. That. So I feel like once I have my creativity out, then I can gain the actual knowledge of what I need.
The intellect will get it on with it.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel the same exact way you feel, and I guess that's why I chose the route of intellect when you asked that question, is because I don't feel like I've ever had a creative side myself. So it's like, well, if I feed myself knowledge, then I'm always
That's your creative expression.
Yeah.
Like just constantly, intaking all that knowledge and all of it. And then even that can affect the next person when you spread that knowledge.
It can. I agree with that.
All right.
That was the last weekend.
I got one more. I'm just gonna do one more. Keep a secret or tell a secret.
Keep a secret.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Keep a secret.
Definitely. I know it's some messy bitches out there who would have been like, tell a secret.
Well, they can't hold water if they life depended on it. That's my mama. I can't tell my mama nothing. The whole family gonna know.
Yeah. Yep.
No,
Yeah,
wow.
you know, I say it's only literally half a hand of people that I can tell shit to. Like, I know if it ever comes back to me,
I know
it's literally
exactly
the
who knows. Yeah, I know
Who?
exactly who.
Yep.
I don't even have a whole hand. I have half a hand of people I can just for sure.
And then too, that's how I feel like that's how you know when quote unquote gossip is true or not, depending on who it's come from. If it ain't nobody in my inner circle, I know for sure 9 times out of 10 it's fake.
Yeah.
Now if it comes from this side of my circle, okay, now which one I gotta kick you out of? Which one I gotta kick you out of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it again. For sure though. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get into our tea spill for tonight. And since we're celebrating Women's History Month and we have girl bosses on set tonight, we just gonna get into this business conversation with a little twist to it. But yeah, we wanna get to know Meisha and the Schaffer Luxury Wines brand. So wanna pop it off, Rick?
Yes, ma'am. All right. So I want to know, how did you get the ideas and concept for your business, and what was the process like of starting it for you?
Okay, so the concept of let's rewind how I started. So I always had a love of just drinking wine. I realized my grocery bill was getting really, really high. And I also go to a lot of nice restaurants. I go to a lot, think about Arnett's and House, pretty, upscale restaurants in Atlanta. And you ask for sweet wine, you're not gonna get this. You're not gonna get nothing that tastes like this. So I started doing research. I found a couple classes. I went to Chateau Lawn. I went online. I was Googling finding females in our field. Found a organization called Drink Black by Shayla, and she literally pointed me in the right direction. So even though she's not my quote unquote, I would call her mentor, she literally said, welcome to Drink Black. I see this is what you're doing. I see what you're trying to do. Hey, come on, I got you. And from there, I could just say it's been a lot of hurdles. It's not been easy. A lot of people did gatekeep, but I network a lot, so I meet people and I learn things. I'm real observant, and I'm like a sponge. I will soak in all the information. So I started doing that, and then the logo is actually my tattoo.
Okay.
It's dedicated to my cousin. My cousin was actually murdered in Detroit, and so her body.
Is that where you from?
No, that's where her mother's side of the family was from.
Okay.
Well, not her mother's side, but her half sister was from. So she went to visit on a summer vacation. It was awful. But she went to visit on summer vacation, and she ended up getting raped and murdered. And so when they found her body in the river, her body was unrecognizable, but they only recognized her because of the tattoo that she had on her right leg. So that's where the rose tattoo came from. It's the face and the rose. And so when I was thinking about the logo for my wine, I was like, okay, I like this. I don't know where I'm going with it, but I sent it to a graphic designer, and that's what they came up with. And I said, I love it. When it came down to the shape of the bottle, like I told you earlier, I'm a bottle girl. I love looking at different cute bottles. And when I found the bottles, I was like, okay, it literally everything just started clicking. When I found the logo, I found what color I wanted. When I found the color I wanted, I found the bottle. When I found the bottle, I was like, oh yeah.
Because when it's meant,
yeah.
it's right, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, everything was literally just flowing. And then I was like, oh yeah, I could do this. Fast forward, I had a sip and paint with some close friends and family. I gave them the wine. It wasn't the bottles wasn't like this. It was just regular clear bottles. You just seen white or red wine, and they was just drinking. And literally at the end of the event, everyone was like, oh my God, this is good. What is this? They were asking me, I was like, well, I made it. And they was like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, I made it. What y'all think? They was like, oh my God, it's good. I was like, oh really? Thank you. So, I'm like, y'all saying this because y'all my friends? Or y'all saying this because y'all really like it? They was like, oh no, this is the one. So I was like, all right, cool. Fast forward a couple months later, I made another batch, and that ended up selling out in 7 days. And it's just me and my wine and God ever since.
Yeah,
Hey, I love
I like that
it.
testimony.
I
That's a
love
good
that.
one.
I love that.
That's a good
So
one.
you basically came up with it because you just had a love for wine.
Wine.
I did.
And you, yep. And she couldn't find no 13% of
Yeah.
nothing that tastes good.
Nothing that fit my palate. So when I was like, you know what, forget this. I'm gonna do some research, learn about it.
Yeah.
Went to Chateau Alone, went to a couple of wineries that's in Atlanta, and I was like, yeah, no, this ain't that. I'm gonna come up with my own. Cause even at Chateau Alone, I really didn't find what I really, really liked. So I was like, you know what, obviously I just gotta make it. So I did some research, came up with the formula. I looked at other formulas like pre-made wines and did like formulas and cross formulas and came up with this. And
see, and that's the like I would love, like, as a creative, I would love the doing the mixing and all. Like, I would love to do that part.
It's definitely a process.
Do you offer classes?
So it's crazy you said that
Ooh, girl,
because
okay.
I said I was gonna start in January, and I did do like a little, test buzz to see who I would get like a hit. I had 4 girls, and I was just like finding the actual space. I mean, not saying that you need like a huge space, but when you start making the wine, you don't want to continue to move it all around because it settles and the storage space. You just want to make sure that the storage is at the right temperature and a whole lot of scientific BS. But anyway, I was like, okay, well, I didn't have an actual facility to make it and store it, so I haven't found one yet. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that in a couple months I'll have an actual location where I might turn it into a brick and mortar, but you'll also be able to make your own wine, flavors and everything like that.
She manifesting shit out here.
See, so
And I was actually, I'm glad you asked that because I was going to ask the same thing because I tweeted November 11th, 2020 that I'm going to have my own wine and liquor company. And I was going to ask you, when you said you make your own wine, I was going to ask you, like, how do you feel about teaching people?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Definitely
One of your first students.
I
We first students. Definitely.
Yeah.
As soon as you
For real,
get
for
it
real.
down.
So as soon as I find a location that I can allow like the storage and the temperatures are set and stuff like that, and then I get the permits on the building, they clear it, we're good to go.
Okay. Yeah, we there.
Okay, I
We're
like
there.
Yes.
Okay. You got something you want to ask?
Well, I was gonna. Well, no,
'Cause I got one more.
I was just gonna say. Oh, what's the next one?
I wanted to know, what do you find to be the most difficult part about entrepreneurship?
Fear. It
Woo.
gotta be the fear.
Definitely the
But
fear. We talk about
I
this
feel
all
like
the time.
I've overcame the fear because I know that failing is the only way I'm gonna become successful. And now I'm not gonna lie. Some days I do get scared. Some days I do be like, golly. But if you like they say, you only need the faith of a mustard seed.
Yes.
If you got faith of a mustard seed,
And he gonna do the rest.
He gonna do the rest.
He gonna do the rest.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie.
So-
Like, I'm finna start crying right now. Because, like, it's aligning with so much like that I've been listening to and all that this week. Just like I'm really finna start crying. But just like so, it's like further confirmation. Just
Yeah.
your story or whatever. But you can continue.
It's okay.
Oh
That's
my God.
that's what we do. It's okay.
It's
It's
not
okay.
Meisha the first guest that got us.
It's okay. You're good.
Okay, pause it real quick.
I want to say this. Now, this is both of us have cried on AunTEA Talk now. But the thing about it is, we cried when it came to our goals and pursuing our dreams.
Yeah.
So when we be saying we really grateful for AunTEA Talk, y'all,
Yeah.
we're grateful for AunTEA Talk because this me versus me shit is real. This me versus me shit is real. Like, it's a difference. It's a difference. I guess we're so used to just being teammates, and when I say teammates, I mean in like with anybody, with your job, you have teammates. You have people that's counting on you.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us doing our own thing and pursuing entrepreneurship, this is your business.
Yeah.
You're only gonna get out what you put in.
Yeah.
Y'all, this shit be getting real. This shit be getting real.
That's
Yeah.
really facts.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
That's really facts.
I want some more wine.
Okay, let's do it. What you want? So I won't let you sample. So y'all had the peach moscato.
Yes.
I'll let y'all drink the strawberry passion. Oh.
Yes, that sounds good.
So this is a sweeter wine and much smoother. I tell individuals who don't like to taste their liquor, this is the go-to.
Okay.
So you ain't gonna taste no liquor, and then it's gonna make sense after I show y'all, like, when y'all drink it, then I'm gonna show y'all why I think it's real.
Okay.
If you have to say it's gonna make sense when it comes to drinking your product,
But my
I want
thing
it.
is, I didn't taste the liquor in the other one.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little in there. You can taste a little, or maybe I don't know.
No, I can taste it, but it's like I can see when she's saying I can't taste it. It's not like a ain't nothing in here. It's like this
It's
shit
very,
is so
very
good.
faint.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So being girl bosses, y'all.
Yes.
Letting that fear
Let
go.
that fear go. Woo.
What y'all?
Bro, she's weird.
I'm weird because you want to be in sync with me. Okay.
Oh,
girl.
and it even smell good. It smell good.
Refreshing, smooth. It has notes of apple, of course, grape, berry flavors.
When you
strawberry.
say that,
You
I
it.
taste it all.
it's waking up. It's
I think
literally like y'all know this candy pop, the fizz one when it pops in your mouth, the candy
Yeah.
rocks.
Like Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
Pop rocks. It's like a pop rock explosion, like a burst of flavors in
Yes.
my mouth. Damn.
That's why I said I taste it all.
Like I'm really feeling it all on my tongue. This is so good.
This is my favorite one.
That's your favorite one?
This is my favorite
Yeah,
one.
because you can really taste all the flavors in here.
This
When
is
you
my
started,
favorite one.
it was like when you were naming, it was like my tongue was just doing the check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was the
Damn.
reason. This was actually the inspiration for one of the latest reels I posted with Lauren London with the I got this juice.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I got
yeah.
Because he was like, oh
From
my god, it
people.
tastes like
Yeah,
juice.
yeah.
So I was like, okay,
Yeah, I
it
like
makes-
this.
It makes sense. Yeah.
And you said this is tropical passion.
Strawberry
Strawberry
passion.
passion.
Mhm, Strawberry
This
passion.
is
Yeah, I like
good.
the strawberry
I'm
passion.
definitely taking your class.
Yeah.
I'm definitely taking your
Yes.
class. I love that.
Okay, so before
I don't like my phone. It's okay.
you were saying, what were we talking about? Because you was talking about fear.
Yeah,
Mhm.
fear.
Okay, so yeah, we can go back to that. I guess that can be the interjected commercial. All right.
So I felt like fear was what was the question? One of my what? Hardest difficult parts of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Most difficult part.
Is overcoming fear, but I'm just grateful that I did. Like we think so hard. Like I was even thinking, I'm like, what if people really don't like it? What if people don't support me? But then you have to understand, people ain't gotta support you.
Yeah.
And then you also have to understand the closest people around you, your family and
Aren't
friends,
gonna
they're
be
gonna
the
be
ones.
the last to support you.
Yes.
I kid you not, I have friends that I've been friends with since high school that has never even purchased a bottle of my wine. Who has yet to come to any of my events. But I still love you.
Yeah.
I still appreciate you.
Yes.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I understand. And it's just who my wine is for is who it's gonna be for.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
we
crazy.
always go ahead.
No, keep going, because I was going to say, like, it goes into one of my questions that I had for you, like, hold on, let me go back to it. How supportive, okay. How supportive was your family and friends at the beginning of your journey?
So, like I said, I had the Civic Paint. They were supportive of it. They were all for it. Obviously, it was a free event. Just come, have fun, drink. Like, nobody really knew what it was. It was a Civic Paint hosted by me. It was a thing. So, but, like, a lot of them, like I said, they have yet to, they said, yeah, go ahead and do it, but they have yet to support. So, my mom, like, this compared to any other my business or entrepreneurship ventures, I've tried. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like entrepreneurship was that. I tried Primerica. I even did like I'm Academy training, and that actually worked really well for me. Even before that, I've always been into ways of making money on my own because I always had that hustler in me.
Yeah.
But I feel like this, because in all those other avenues, I was helping other people get paid.
Yeah.
This is helping me get paid.
Yeah.
And it feels so good. So,
Yes.
like I said, out of all my other entrepreneurship events, my mama really didn't support. And she really didn't know really about this until like I had my first actual wine tasting experience and the amount of support that I got that she seen. And she was like, you put this together? You did this? She was like, wow. Like, when I tell you, my mama that day, my mom literally bought every single bottle, every single flavor that I had. And she was like, my daughter made this. It felt so good. I was like,
Yes.
so My family, my older brother, he's always supportive. He was like, Meisha, I don't care what you do, as long as you're making money, you have it, do you? But everybody else was, you know, I felt like it was everybody outside of my circle that literally gave me the strength to keep going. It was people like y'all who I've never met, just having a conversation with their tastes, like just literally gave me the will to like to keep going. Like obviously I drink it, I like it. Yeah. But what about everybody else? Do they feel the same way I feel about my wine? You know what I'm saying? And then just finding other people to connect with like that. That has been the most, like strangers have been the most supportive people I've like literally ever met. I got random strangers like giving me like, oh my God, I see your hustle, like I love it, like type vibe. So it's just literally confirmation that I'm in the right direction.
Yes, and it is.
Yeah, we can definitely agree with that. This isn't our first journey. Like I said in the opening prayer, like we opened the doors for connecting with small Black business owners a couple of years ago.
Okay.
2020.
In 2020, and now we done birthed AunTEA Talk, and this is our first time utilizing that platform for or whatever. But we started then. We started saying then it's not going to be your loved ones, your circle, the ones who, not saying that no one else matters, but the ones that matter to you the most, they're not going to be the ones. But as I don't know if you listen to podcasts or anything like that, but as I've just been listening to different podcasts over like the past couple of months, I've heard pretty much every podcast I always say like, my family don't listen to nothing I got going on. Or my friends don't know nothing. Like, I don't know what it is, but at first I felt some type of way about it. But now it's like,
we're females and we are emotional creatures. But that just means you're human. You have feelings, and it's like, dang, I already have to support myself. Dang, is somebody else gonna catch this boat with me? So it's like, dang, I gotta catch the boat, drive the boat, ride the boat, fly the boat. Like you gotta do everything yourself. So sometimes it's like, you don't necessarily need the financial support. You might just be like, keep going.
Yes. I feel like the push is better than the actual financial support.
It is.
Like, cause it's like, I got somebody else that believe in me. So them pushing me shows that they love me and they trying to see me thrive, but it's also just open up. I mean, you want me to reach new audience. Reach, whatever. So, and support doesn't, it's not always
financial.
You can send a post. You can talk to a friend like you hear they got something. They have something going on. Oh, I'm having a birthday dinner. Okay, cool. I got a friend named Meisha. She sell wine. Like y'all can get just a mention or something. So yeah.
Okay, but I will say this, and this is just a question I thought of on the fly. We all have other friends that are entrepreneurs too, correct? Do we feel like we support them and their brand as well?
I do.
I know. I definitely support.
Okay.
I definitely support.
Same.
I support because I know how it feels to not have support,
and
so that's why I support so hard.
And I know how it feels to not have that support. So I make it my business that if I can't be there, like let me let you know I can't be there, but I'm finna do X, Y, Z for you, and that's just on some business or birthdays, like whatever, like I can't be there. I got prior obligations. But here's what I'm gonna do for you.
Always. So, I get that. I have a busy schedule, so it's like my friend, she had an event, and I was like, I love you. I already have a prior engagement. Here, I'm gonna buy a ticket and I'm gonna do a giveaway on my page to give you exposure and get other people in so that you can get that one person. So in place of me not being there, if you just need to fill a room, here, I got somebody for you that actually wants to go because I can't go. Something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Very supportive.
It's
very supportive.
It's like, like I said, because I understand the place of not having the support. So I'm like, shoot, I post my business like 30 times a day. I'm definitely posting theirs too.
Yeah, and that's one thing I do because we do follow each other, and like whenever I just go on AunTEA Talk page, I'm always seeing you posting something like, or every week is like she's featured in this or she in this event. I'm like, yeah, she doing it. So when it first came about, like coming on the show, I was it was fairly new to us, and I was just trying to pick my brain as to what I wanted to ask. But I'm like, I don't really know her, don't really know much, but one thing I do know, she don't play by these
Business.
business.
Yeah.
Like, you on our
yeah.
feed. We don't follow
Yeah.
that many people, but you're always on our feed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
keep going.
Yes,
Keep
Got
going.
to. Yeah.
because you reaching audiences.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Because it was crazy when you called, and I was like, the conversation was actually kind of awkward. I was like, I don't know. And she was like, well, I don't know. We were just like, I don't know. But we was like, we gonna figure it out.
And look at it.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Exactly. So I was like, yeah, of course. Like, what? I mean, yeah. So then she was like, a pot of pie. I was like, so do you want the wine or do you want me too? And I was like, it can't hurt to ask. So I was like, you know, it would have been cool to have my wines, but it was just like, I know my brand and I know how to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
And now that
So-
you're here, I'm glad that you're here able to speak on your brand. Because
Yeah.
all we would have said is, I probably would have just said how it tastes.
Taste, yeah.
The whole backstory that now the people about to hear, they're going to be like, I want to
That makes
shop
them
with her.
interesting because
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
like
people love to know testimonies.
when I look at podcasts or if I see new business and brands, I like to hear their story. Like the story behind it always makes me feel more connected to that brand or that business. So you being here to represent your brand, and you're the first to actually be present. Because we've had multiple sponsors, but you're the first one to actually be present. So we really appreciate you.
Yeah.
Because
I appreciate y'all.
we push for, you know, the sponsors to get in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So the big sippers can know who they messing with.
Yeah.
The face of the brand. The face of the brand.
All right, well I have one last question.
Okay.
How do you feel about dreams and chasing them and giving up on them?
Oh, I thought you meant dreams like dreams like you sleep dreams. But you was talking about those type of dreams. Girl, I just woke up from a nap and it was crazy.
We want to know the tea. What is the tea on the dream?
I had a dream. I was drinking and driving. Lord knows. So it was. I think it was raining a little bit, and I was so tipsy. So I was driving. I get to the stop sign or whatever, and I'm like, you know how you have beer goggle eyes, so you can see, but you really can't see.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I see all this stuff blocking me, and I'm like, is that a bridge? The bridge is closed. Now I gotta bag up. So I bag up, and I have a river mirror, so I had to see myself bagging up. Okay, let me show you here now. So I'm backing up slow, and then literally as I try to pull forward, a car just speeds around me. I say, "Ooh, okay." So I'm like, alert. So I'm looking, and I pull out, and I literally hit the entire side of the bridge. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just ruining my car." I was like, "Oh,
You should have went with your first intuition.
Yeah.
Your mind said, get up out of here.
I was like, oh Lord. So my as my alarm is going off, it was the police sirens pulling me over. I was like, Lord. I was like, let me get my butt up and get out of this. Let me get up. But girl, ooh, that was a while. But I feel like I've been having like dreams like that to make me more aware of what I'm doing. So I just got an SUV now. So like I had a dream of turning it over. Okay, that means when I go around curves, slow my butt down. So I'm aware of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a awareness for me when I have my dreams. So those type of dreams.
Yes.
Cause I was like, that's why I was like,
Dang. She
how she knew I had a great dream.
But now, how do you feel about chasing dreams and giving up on dreams?
I say go for it. I would never say give up. Never give up. Only because, like, even when it comes to like posting on Instagram, like she said, she sees me all the time on Instagram. I feel like I might be one post from going viral.
Yeah.
I might be one post away from getting a sponsorship. I might be one post away from being the wine of a fashion show. I might be one post away from my 6 figures. Like, who knows what I'm one post away from. So that's why I never give up. I might slack a little bit, but give up, no. I wouldn't recommend that for nobody. Like, the beauty is in the struggle. I was on a podcast last night and I said this. I said the beauty is in the struggle. Just before you give up, think about the point of giving up. You giving up, guess what you're doing? Now you got to start all over again. Now you got to start all over again. Who wants to start all over? So like I said earlier, like once you understand that success is in failure, you're not going to want to give up.
In our pick of the month last month for March and for January, he also talked about that too. Like just those failures is what prepared him for who he was today. And if he didn't keep failing, he wouldn't have gotten there. So.
Well, I was going to say on the flip side, I do think at one point you should give up on your dreams. Like for the people who've been at it for years and are getting absolutely nowhere. So it goes back to the book that we was reading for the rappers who think that who's been trying to, get on, or for whoever who's been trying to do X, Y, and Z for years and have it's been 10 years.
I disagree.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because rapping may not be for them. They should be a ghostwriter.
Yeah, I was about to say
rapping in front of the camera may not be for them.
So that's what I'm saying.
Switching lanes a little bit, but you're still in the lane.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to give up on, and it goes back to the book.
Dream.
You have to give up on that dream because that dream isn't what's in store for you. The dream actually is to be that ghostwriter. But because I keep sticking to this dream of rapping, I'm not getting nowhere.
You're still in the field, but you're just playing a different position.
I still say no because you gotta think about individuals like what's the young lady name? She's a singer now. Who sing Hours and Hours? What's this
Money Long.
Money Long. She writes for everybody. She's been writing forever, and she debuted an album and it went crazy.
And see, that's different. But
she's still in the field.
She was already in the field.
Yeah, she was already writing. So
I feel like
singing, it made her more known per se.
So it goes back to how, not necessarily saying your job was your dreams, but that was what you were doing. It wasn't until you got fired, you got that dream of working and then whatever you were doing, you got fired. That was you getting your dream canceled. And now it opened up your dream of starting, pursuing your wine business full throttle. So that's what I'm saying. When I say give up on your dream, it's not giving up on the actual talent that you have. But you can find another avenue to use your talent. But
you word it like that. I understand.
If you're sticking to this one particular dream and that dream isn't getting you nowhere, what can I do to this dream? This ain't it. I gotta find something else to do. But I have no. If I'm sticking to it, I can't focus on nothing else, or trying to find a different avenue to pursue what it is. If I want to be in the music industry, if I want to be in photography, acting, whatever it is, I just need to find another avenue to get into that.
Also, I would say it's not necessarily it could be what you're doing and why your dream is not succeeding. You say you want to be a rapper, but you in the studio all the time. You're not promoting your rap business, or you're not going to record labels. You're not doing the work behind it. Or you say, I want to be a content influencer, but you're not posting no content. You post once a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily the dream of what you're going for. It's how you work towards it. I feel like anything is doable. You can do literally. I feel like you could do anything you put your mind to. The level of success you may get depends on how fast you do it and what you do. You see what I'm saying?
And it also just depends on not even that. It goes back to if these people gonna be fucking with it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of I can do all that you said, but if the people who I'm selling it to ain't fucking with it, then what am I to do?
Yeah.
So at some point I gotta realize I need to move in
another field,
different direction. Maybe I don't need to be the news anchor. Maybe I need to be behind the camera, directing things or whatever. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. When you sometimes you gotta we already done told y'all our January book was Charlemagne, Black privilege.
Success comes to
those who create it. But it's literally a chapter that says fuck your dreams. And that's basically what I was saying. Fuck your dreams. Because your dream may not actually be your dream. That's just your dream because you seen XYZ do it. So now you think, not saying that you think, but now you want to fulfill those same shoes as XYZ only just because of an image, but your passion may not even really be there.
Yeah.
So it's fuck your dreams. You need to have your own dreams, and even if that dream isn't working out for you, all right, how can I tweak this so I can either build my way up to it or, still just remain in the same industry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it's the intellect.
Yeah.
We've been feeding our minds.
I gotta read that. I gotta read that.
That was our book of the month.
I was on a podcast with a guy, and he was like, I got pretty privilege. And I said, what? I said, I appreciate the compliment, but you're literally contradicting yourself. I said, did you not hear me when I said this bottle is by me?
Yeah.
These labels are by me. That's not pretty privilege.
Yeah, you worked for
I
that.
worked my ass
All
off.
of that.
So he was like, so what you saying? I said, I want to be disassociated with it.
Yeah.
So you see me and say, thank you. I look pretty. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think I do too.
Yeah.
But that's not
But
what
that's
got
not
me
what this
here.
is.
Yeah.
That's not why I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm here to talk about this.
Yes.
You know, so I had to kind of like put him in his place before, but I ain't like that. I was like,
And I'm glad you should.
Yeah,
handle that well.
because he do
Yeah.
feel like they can just say they give. It's kind of like a backhanded compliment. Cause like,
Yeah,
Not
it
kinda,
is.
it's all the way a
Yeah.
backhanded
It
compliment.
is.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, he was like, but it gets you in the room. I said, okay, you cut your hair nice and get a lineup. It's gonna get you in the room too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, it's just like
It's like
so
you
you
carry yourself.
you think just cause my looks I'm here.
yeah, no, like I'm like you do something to yourself. You gonna get in the room too.
Yeah.
So
That was a great tea spill.
Yeah.
Like Brittany said, we didn't know coming into it how it was gonna be because we've never met Jamisha like outside of social media. We've never had like a conversation with her one-on-one. So just for it to just be as smooth as it was, like energy is everything. And the energy in this room, like when I say I can feel it, like it's uplifting, like all of that, and that's what I got from you.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, I really like that tea spill.
Yeah, it was us feeding up off
Of
each
each
other.
other,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into our
WWAD.
WWAD. So our What Would Auntie Do segment. So I would actually say, so what Would Auntie Do segment is, y'all big sippers, this is for you all to interact with us, where you all ask us for advice, if you want to give someone a shout out, if you want to put us up on game, if you want to blast somebody, like that's what Would Auntie do. That's what that segment is for. It's the wine, y'all. But I have one of my personal own.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask because I'm like, I know if it's me and Brittany alone, me and her probably fine. I want to get another view.
Okay.
So my situation is, I need advice, ladies. Okay, so I had a bad experience at a Smoothie King a couple weeks ago.
Okay. I know.
And previous episode, y'all already know me and Brittany done said like we the type like we gonna talk our shit, but we not finna call corporate or none of that shit. Like we just not gonna go back and support that establishment. But this particular incident was just so like I was like, oh nah. These folks got to know. I emailed, I called, I took the survey, I did everything. Like that's just how livid I was or whatever. So they end up sending me, the lady end up emailing, like, I apologize, we're getting new management over there. Basically trying to feed me
The bullshit.
some bullshit, because I know y'all not finna replace somebody that
That
quick.
fast, yeah.
But anyways,
Sometimes they do. I ain't gonna cap. I seen some replacements pretty quickly after you send the email.
For real?
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Yes, they do.
okay.
They do the switch around.
So it goes back to, so she was like, send me your send me your address, and I'll send you some coupons. Not just send me coupons to go back to the same location that I complained about. So this is my question to you all. One, am I being ungrateful? Two, I'm really tempted to send her an email again because you really tried it. Like, how you gonna send me a coupon to go back to the same place I just...
I honestly don't feel that you're being ungrateful. I do feel like it was a shut up coupon. One, that's how large establishment work. I'm in that industry, the hospitality industry, so I know how that shit go. So that was really just a keep quiet real quick or whatever. But if you were asking, should you ask for, I appreciate the coupons, but why would you send me back there? I have the issue with them. Like, they don't value my time. Like, no, I really don't feel like you're being difficult at all. I don't.
I don't disagree with that, but I don't know the status of the situation or what happened. But I would say, because I've done that before and I've received gift cards to come back after I had an issue, and the reason why I went back and I'm a customer now still to this day is because they fixed those changes that I actually made a issue about. So if you had a complaint and you went there and they gave you quote unquote hush money to come back, go back and see, okay, did they really change and do what she said in that email?
Okay.
And then if it's still the same, or
then go back
again, and then you make the request on what you want.
Okay.
Because now the ball is in your court.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I probably never looked at it like that because I usually don't contact corporate for anything, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think about. Let me see if they made the change.
Yeah.
Because think about it, if you're the only person that made the complaint about it, and no one else that made the complaint about it, a lot of people are accepting it. But if you like, no, I'm not gonna accept no bottom level, no, I'm not, and you go back and you say, I'm just gonna go back on a regular day. Like normally I go on Tuesdays, I'm gonna go on a Friday and let me see if that same manager there or that same BS is still going on, and then make another complaint. So that way you have a trail.
Okay.
So think about when corporate is nothing but what? A paper trail. They want a paper trail. So that you're like, okay, well look, I can sue y'all for time and compensation. Or whatever, or I can do a TV show blog. I'm finna dish y'all company, let y'all know what.
I can't wait to bring it to you.
So then you think about it, they're on a certain level. They're not gonna want no backlash. They're gonna be reaching out to you like, what do you need for compensation? How can we make sure that you're okay so that we don't get that negative? Everything now is about perception. It's about social media. It's about image. It's about what can we do to keep you good.
Okay.
So go back, see what they say. Actually record, wear like a little, hidden camera type drum, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Okay, because
you know what I'm saying?
I did not.
That's not the first issue that I've had there, but it was the first issue to that extent. Like,
I mean, like I said, I don't know the ins and outs of what happened. Y'all know we probably got time, but I get it. But just give them a chance. Everybody deserves a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody deserves to take a chance.
Big Misha gave me a nice.
Like, go back, see if you hit okay, because I've done this with restaurants. I told them, I was like, look, the first time I came, it was I'm back. I can see for a reason.
Yeah.
But this time, not really feeling it. This was undercooked. This wasn't done. This is salty. Like it's not. You know. So the wings was too small. Like, what is this? Like, ain't no meat on this. Like, you know. But I was just like, okay.
So it just goes back to like you have to basically open your mouth because like I'm a non-confrontational person. I deal with confrontation like when it's brought to me, but I'm not even finna press the issue too much like that. It's not really a big issue, which is why it took me to get to that level.
Right.
And I'm just a brief backstory. I did my order online, got to the store. They was supposed to be open at 7. I got there probably like at 9ish. Door locked. Manager in the store. She looked me dead in my fucking eyes. It's another girl that came. She ordered online too. Looked us in our eyes. Never came. I'm talking about banging on the door. Like I really became like. That west side was coming out me like that old Tilja was coming out like I'm banging on the door and I wasn't even just like but I'm like I know you see us. It got to the point like even the people in the drive-through because it's a drive-through.
They honking their horn.
They like are they open? Because ain't nobody answer. You got the headset on. What you? So yeah, like that was and then I kept calling, no answer. It's like at this point I'm late for work. I'm late for work trying to get this smoothie, like, for real. And I get to work, I'm calling these folks, they're still not answering. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm finna just go back up there. I went up there probably like at 2 o'clock. Door was still locked.
Yep, I remember.
I said, and then, but it was people in there this time. I said, like, y'all gonna have to come to this door this time. So I was like, I need to speak to the manager. So the manager came. It was the same
lady
that was in looking. I said, "Oh, you the manager." So I just let her know, and I'm like, "That was very unprofessional how you handled the situation." So, but yeah, that was why I was fed.
Oh no, I would have been just like this.
Oh no,
because we got on the phone for that.
Yeah,
I would have really went on Instagram and I would have posted that, like, because at that point it's about a brand. It's about
but I'm actually glad that you brought that today for our WWAD question because we're so much alike. And
that's
you
had totally different. And I'm going to take that advice, and I'm going to let you know.
I would have never thought probably like that, or even going to Instagram like these. Yeah.
Because they instantly think about it. Even if you like, let's say you at Instagram, at Dunkin' Donuts, at T-Mobile, at what's going on. Oh, they gon' if it's something negative, they gonna hit you instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly. If
Yeah.
it's something positive, they may or may not repost it. It's okay. They get positive all the time. But if it's something negative or you talking bad about them, they gonna hit you instantly.
Just like when we were looking at the reviews for them, that legal company that I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
And when that girl wrote that review,
She said 20 minutes later.
After this post, update, 20 minutes after this post, they finally hit me back. And her post was, she had been calling them and calling them and calling them and no callbacks. As soon as she left the bad review on Google, 20 minutes after the post, they called her.
That's what people do. That's
See,
how
but
you get things resolved.
my thing is, I don't be feeling like
It's
calling.
the time.
I gotta.
It's the time. But that day, I called these folks. I took the survey. I sent the email. Like, I had the time. I sat in the parking lot. I wasn't even leaving until all that was done.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they pitch. So did you get your money back or?
Oh, yeah, I got my money back. Yeah, I did get my money back.
So, so I mean, go through next time, you might get more than your money back.
Okay,
I'll give it a try.
And I'm pretty sure if you had that paper trail and you had the receipts, they're gonna compensate you more. Like,
yep. So I'm definitely gonna try it this week. Try it out. Hey. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and slide into our vibe on the man. What you got, Miss Jamisha?
So I sent you guys a good thing you said affirmations because my friend Devin Barbie has her own affirmation playlist on Apple Music.
Oh.
So I sent it to you. You'll be able to see the name of it. And I cried listening to this.
Okay.
It's like if you play it and listen to it, it has the music, the words, the positive affirmation. You just don't feel. I remember one day I was going to an event and I called her after the event because I was rushing to the event. I had a crazy morning. I was just all over.
Yeah, I was about to.
And so I got in the car and I forgot she had sent it to me. She sent it to me. She sent it to me literally weeks ago. But if y'all look at my phone, y'all see I got thousands of messages. But anyway, so me and her, we end up going out. We end up going to the same event together. Didn't even know each other was gonna be there. And go to the event, and me and her talking, and she was like, "I sent you something on via text." And I was like, "I probably seen it and just swiped up and kept going." And then it got so far down, I just never went back. So that morning, so what I did was I read the message in front of her, and I played it on my Apple Music. So I had a rough morning. So when I got back in the car and I put my phone up, it instantly started playing, and I started riding to it, and I was just like, yes, I needed this. And then it was like, it was cloudy that morning, and as the rain started going away, it was just a moment for me. I was like, I needed this.
Yep.
So that day, literally, after my event, I called her, and I told her, like, I appreciate you, friend. Like, I love you, and I appreciate you, because I needed this.
Yeah.
And so that day, I literally sent that out to all my friends. Like, if you was in my circle, you received it, I sent it to you, like, just listen to this. Just
and I feel like it all happened in perfect timing because, like you said, she had sent it to you weeks before. You didn't pay attention. It was intentional, but it was at that moment when you needed to hear it. Like she brought it to your attention, and you needed to hear it at that moment. When you got into your car, you plugged it in, and
it was the first thing.
It was the first thing, and I was just like, I needed that.
Yeah. Okay, yes. And we'll drop the playlist in the description box. Yep.
You can go ahead.
Oh, you sure? Because mine kind of...
Okay, well, if you're long.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, since we already talking about girl bosses, my vibe on the man this week is my girl, Cash Dog. I'm just happy for Cash Dog in the places where she's at in her life right now. She's doing very well musically. She's back on her grind. She just dropped a project recently. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but it's called Back on Dexter or something like that. Yeah. Dexter. That's where she's from in Detroit, and she just wanted to get back to her roots after being a mom. She's happily in love right now. I relate to her because it's like she a tomboy and she got that girly side too. So you know, I watched the interview with her and she just talked about like, you know, postpartum and she just needed to get back to her roots. And that was what we were talking about in our book too. Getting back to our home. And it's just like, I keep hearing it. And I told you when we had our Soul Food Sunday that day, I don't feel like I have a place that I really just call home. Like, what's my roots or whatever. So it's like, when she said that, I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking with that too. But anyway, back to why I'm happy for Cash Doll. She doing great with her acting career. Like, she just building up so many different avenues for herself. And she just, every time I see her in interviews, I just see her like, she just seems like a cool ass, dope ass, genuine
I can't wait
person.
till we got her on
Auntie Talk. Yeah, we've been saying it. We talked about it like,
Can't wait.
we're going to have her on Auntie Talk. But anyway, like, I just rock with Cash Doll. I always been rocking with Cash Doll. I like the way she just speak, like
Her demeanor.
Yeah, her whole demeanor is like she humble, but she gives like, I'm that bitch. I know it. I'm very confident. I love that about her. And what she actually said was she gained that confidence like when she used to dance. So I'm like, okay, I can see that.
And remember, you had said like that's why you wanted to start to get that.
Yeah,
you know,
that confidence, like boost that confidence. So I'm really rocking with Cash Doll. That's my vibe on the man. I'm happy for you, sis.
And when I say dance, she wasn't talking about pole dance. She's talking about dance class.
I did pole dancing classes and I had a blast.
Sure,
Yeah, we started and we didn't finish it.
I had ended up messing up on my back, but that's some auntie shit. So my vibe on demand. So this is a repeated vibe on demand. Know for Sure podcast with B Simone and Megan. What's her last name?
I think it's Megan.
Keegan?
No,
Megan last name.
Ashley or Megan, not definitely.
Well, Megan
Megan
and
Ashley, I think.
Megan Ashley. But their podcast, in specific, episode 48, Here We Grow. And this is, I didn't even finish the episode because I kept getting so emotional, like just listening to their journey. And it sounds so familiar to our journey. So I'm like, when I look at Meg, have you ever watched?
I watched snippets. I've never watched
The whole. Like they legit remind me of us and the way they're growing. And I just said, I said this to you on Sunday. I really love how our friendship is evolving, and you can see how their friendship, even for them. They've been friends for 20 years, but like even from the first episode to now, like just their presence, like you can tell the growth in their friendship and just the things the obstacles that they're overcoming. And it's like the obstacles that they're overcoming is like the kind of the obstacles that we're going through now, but God and but time and but manifesting and praying, like with all that, you know, they're able to do the things that they are achieving. So again, Know For Sure podcast, episode 48, Here We Grow. That is my vibe on demand.
Okay. I feel like we all have some good ass vibes.
Yeah, no, that was good. I'm gonna go back and watch that. I'm like,
yes. All right, well, before we leave, we would like to thank Meisha of Schaffer's Luxury Wine for being our sponsor for this episode and being our guest this episode. The conversation was amazing. I can't wait to continue the conversation off camera, you know, weeks from now.
Yeah,
you know, so and just let them know again how they can follow you and where they can find Schaffer Luxury Wines at.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Schaffer_luxury_sips, and the website is www.schafferluxurywines.com.
All right. Well, you gonna do it?
Go ahead.
Well, that wraps up another episode of AunTEA Talk. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at AunTEA_Talk. And until next time,
That's Schaffer,
bitch.